Hello, thank you so much for choosing this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please could you like it, share it, and it'd be great if you could subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out. Enjoy.
So I'm about a quarter of a mile away from the Racecourse ground in Wrexham. International break, but today in Wrexham it's the first cross-border derby of the season when Wrexham play host to Shrewsbury, who they haven't played in the league for 16 years. They did play him in the third round of the FA Cup in January this year in Shrewsbury, and Wrexham actually won that game 1-0. So for many years Shrewsbury have always been in the higher division. Now a couple of Wrexham players did start their careers in the youth ranks at Shrewsbury. That's Ryan Barnett and Callum Burton. So the distance between the two places is roughly 32 miles. It takes around about 45 minutes because it's a bit of a tricky road sometimes round about the Holton roundabout where Mackie D's is. It can get a bit snarled up there. So Wrexham are basically top of the league. They're just behind on goal difference, 1 goal as well. Behind Stockport again. Stockport. Now those of you that watched my earlier video when I went to the racecourse will remember, because I'm a Leeds fan, I did mention that if Leeds don't go up and Wrexham do, they'll only be a division apart. Well, hey, it happened. Which is quite astonishing really when you think Leeds were in the Premier League, Wrexham were non-league only a couple of years, well, 2 or 3 years ago, you know? It's crazy, isn't it? It's a funny old game. But there we are, and I know quite a lot of Wrexham-based Leeds fans, and it'll be interesting to see where their allegiance lies if they do ever get in the same division together, because Wrexham and Leeds have never played a competitive game, ever. They played a friendly in the 60s, which Leeds won. It was at Wrexham. But they've never played a competitive match, which, that's an interesting fact. Anyway, waffling on. It's not about Leeds today. It's about Wrexham hosting Shrewsbury. But also, what interested me in the local press was that North Wales Police, they are going to be operating live facial recognition cameras. Now, if you don't know what they are, they're cameras that capture images and produce a biometric template. The system then estimates the degree of similarity between 2 facial templates to produce a match. Now, if you are matched, it means that you're on a watch list. Now, what is a watch list? So, if you're wanted by the courts or suspected of committing an offence, or the police have reasonable grounds to suspect that you or the person depicted is about to commit an offence, you could get arrested. If you're subject to bail conditions, a court order or any other restriction that would be breached if you were at that location at that time of the deployment, you could get arrested. Missing persons, anybody at risk of harm, preventing a risk of harm to either other people or the person in question. If you're a victim of an offence, or someone the police have reasonable grounds, that term again, to suspect that you would have information to progress an investigation, or who is a close associate of an individual wanted by courts or would harm themselves or others. So really, you know, it covers a wide spectrum. Now I'm assuming this watch list, as they call it, is put together by a number of agencies, primarily the police and the courts. And if you want to have a look at what it's all about, there are a couple of websites. You can have a look on Big Brother Watch, it tells you a bit more about it on there. Obviously Liberty, they talk about it on their website. Now recently, the Prime Minister has said there's going to be a wider deployment of facial recognition in the UK. Even though the EU voted against AI use with facial recognition on the 1st of August. But it is common in Russia and China. Now, I'm assuming that the photograph that they go off would be your passport because it's biometric. I can't imagine they would use Facebook and things like that because the image probably wouldn't be strong enough or reliable enough, however you want to term it. Now, there has been a lot of talk about we're living in a dystopian state and Big Brother and all this kind of thing, and obviously the two-tier arguments that are floating about, but this really is happening, and I'll show you today that it is happening. Now, liberty, they say it's discriminatory, very intrusive and oppressive. So that's some information on live facial recognition. It's not a new concept, it's been used before, but I've never seen it at Wrexham at a League One football game. So anyway, enough of all that. So if you just want to watch this video for the sport aspect, cross-border derby, Wrexham versus Shrewsbury, Wrexham at the top, Shrewsbury one place above relegation at the moment, but it is early in the season, obviously. So I'm not expecting there's going to be any argy-bargy, any hooliganism or trouble today, any scrapping. But then again, it is a border. There was a photo posted on Facebook and social media this morning, or last night, whenever it was posted, which I'll pop up so you can see that. Looks very European in its style, but no, I can't imagine there'll be any bother, really. Now, if it was Chester, Wrexham versus Chester, well, I may have a slightly different opinion on that one. However, we shall see. So I'm not far from the Racecourse now. I'm just going to swing round to the right. Not far right, just right. Definitely glad I didn't come that way. I was in two minds. Made the right choice, that's always good, isn't it? So I think it is going to be a very busy afternoon. Can only be full once over though. And I would imagine the capacity is slightly less this week with it being a derby. There's a lot of police about though. As you can see, what we got here is this the Shrewsbury fans and the official coaches. I didn't know it's not a bubble fixture as far as I know, but right, they've dropped their supporters off. I know exactly where they're going. There's quite a few coaches, as you'd imagine and expect. So they're getting their little police escort to the parking. To give you an idea on time, we're about 40 minutes to kick off, so I'll mooch around, there you go, that word again, try and soak up some of the pre-match atmosphere. Okay, so I'll do some filming now. Let's see if you can spot yourself later on that there YouTube. I had quite a lot of comments last time of people saying they'd seen themselves. Quite a lot of fans over there. The mice going. If you come here 10 years ago, goodness me, I just wouldn't recognise it now. Completely different. You're probably seeing the distance, the Shrewsbury fans are already in the ground making quite a bit of noise. Well, I got off those buses that we've just seen, so yeah, quite a good turnout from Shrewsbury, as you'd imagine. So Shrewsbury already singing that England song. Just trying to have a look for this van with all the face recognition cameras on it. Seems I've waffled on about it for a good 5-10 minutes. And I think I've found the van, so we'll have a little picture of that, definitely. Show you what one looks like, just so you know what it is.
By you.
I've just gone past the turf. Obviously you'll have all seen the turf on that programme. There it is. And obviously you've got the fourth wall there, which is the temporary stand, which I've shown you before. Right, so this van coming up, I'm assuming that's the face recognition cameras. Obviously North Wales have their own version, but you can see the cameras on the top of it. So that'll be scanning me now and going, oh, what a handsome fella you are. And then matching against my passport photo to see if I've been a naughty boy. There we are. Bye then.
Never been in trouble ever. Ever.
So they are stopping people that are getting flagged up. There's quite a lot of coppers about, to be honest with you. So let's watch what they're up to then, this Big Brother unit. So they're asking people to go around that way.
At the train station.
So there we are. Now they're not actually having the van near the turnstiles or any forced thoroughfare. So as far as I know, they're not breaking any rules. Live facial recognition. I've never seen one before. They've had them at Notting Hill Carnival and places like that, but it's crazy, eh? So is this what it's come to now? You want to go to footy to watch your team, and they're after you. So there you go. Live facial recognition in our dystopian world. Well, he did say he was going to widen it out. So here we are. Shocking seeing it though. Now I'll keep rolling. So I can capture some more of you. If you do see yourself, drop us a comment. I'm still a bit shocked about that camera thing. Live facial recognition. Goodness me. And there was a fella there who was protesting. I didn't want to film him, but I've never been in trouble in my life. Well, you know, this is the thing. Wrexham does have a far reach, so basically you could say it's pretty much a whole of North Wales, really. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I went for a day out on Anglesey, and first shop we went in, oh, you're from Wrexham, okay, I'll go there, I've got a season ticket. I mean, that's miles away, it's a good hour and a half, could be 2 hours away. So we've got a heck of a lot of coppers. Now the Wrexham fans arriving. They've obviously been down to Spoons or somewhere.
Can you do me a favour, please? Just don't go any closer for me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are the Shrewsbury lot. I mean, it's one hell of an atmosphere building up, that's for sure. League One this, you know. And it looks like we've got a line of Wrexham fans there as well, so quite bizarre. We've obviously separated them. That was a bit bizarre, wasn't it? It could be the railway station, you can see the sign. Could just be that that was a train that had come in. They'd had to separate them. Now the music stopped, I can film that stand. So yeah, that's a temporary stand, that. They did pull down the old one because it was deemed unsafe, but... You're right, mate. Still makes me laugh when you walk around with the camera how suspicious people are, you know, giving you the side eye and everything. It does make me laugh. Yeah, everyone's walking around with mobiles in their hand that have got cameras. Crazy, eh? It's going to cross the road.